we're here on top of Discovery Hall here at the San Marcos Meadows Center for Water and the Environment. Inside Discovery Hall you can find tons of different exhibits and live animals of the marine life here at Spring Lake, which you can see below you. On top of all these interactive exhibits, you can learn more about everything with all their new information and videos. And you can see to my left the headwaters.
Right now we are at the headwaters of Spring Lake in San Marcos, Texas. So this is also the headwaters of the San Marcos River. And so the Meadows Center has been around for about 15 years to serve as a research and education center, working on research, education, leadership, and stewardship for water and environmental resources, not just in San Marcos, but throughout the state, throughout anywhere where we need to protect our water resources.
So I've heard a lot of things about this river and how old it is. Can you give us a little more information as to like how old, how far back you can date this river?
Sure. So the Spring Lake is sitting on top of the Edwards Aquifer. So there are over 200 springs in this system that are bubbling up fresh water from the Edwards Aquifer. And within the underground of the lake, there's also been artifacts that have been found to date inhabitation of this area back over 12,000 to 14,000 years. And those include Clovis points and arrowheads and other artifacts that have been found to make this the longest inhabited area in North America.
Cool, thank you.
What sort of species inhabit this area? Why is it so important to conserve?
So within the aquifer and within the lake itself, there are 8 endangered species that live here in the lake and in San Marcos. 2 of them live within the aquifer. They're the Texas blind salamander and the San Marcos blind salamander. And there are also endangered insects and plants that we help to protect, like the Texas wild rice that's here at the lake and all throughout the San Marcos River.
What's this building behind you?
So currently this is the offices for the Meadows Center. It's called Spring Lake Hall as part of Texas State University. Before that, it was the Aquarina Hotel where people stayed back when this was a theme park.
Can you tell us more about the transition from theme park to Meadows Center?
Sure. So before this was the Meadows Center 15 years ago, prior to that this was the Aquarina Springs theme park. And it had all kinds of crazy attractions like Ralph the Swimming Pig. There was an underwater theater, the Aquamaids who swam through the lake. This also used to be an area where you could swim before we protected this area. And when the theme park closed, then the university bought this land, and there is still something running from the theme park days, and that's the glass bottom boats. And actually the glass bottom boats go back even before the theme park days. And so besides the rich history of people who have been living here for thousands of years, the glass bottom boats themselves have been around for decades. So here we are at the glass bottom boat launching area. Yes?
What kind of things can you see through the glass bottoms?
So what's really cool about the glass bottom is that it sits right below the surface of the water, so you can actually see all the way down to the bottom of the lake. And you can see springs, turtles, fish, the plants that live down there. The water is very clear here, so you can actually see all the way down even to the deepest parts, which are about 20, 25, almost 30 feet down. Yes?
So how long have these been around?
So what's interesting is they started with a guy who rigged up a boat with the glass bottom so he could take his friends out on the lake. Eventually it became the glass bottom boat tours that ran with the theme park as their main attraction. The oldest boat that's here is from 1945, and since the Meadows Center took over, we've been running the glass bottom boats with the center as well. Yes.
Are those the boat drivers?
Yes. So those are our environmental interpreters. Hi, Leonard. Right now they're about to get ready for a boat tour going out. They are our environmental interpreters who not only drive the boats, but they also give field trips and tours. So their job is they help educate people about the environmental stewardship that we do at Spring Lake.
So what are those buildings that are up there?
Those are remains from the old theme park, and those are generally off limits to the public because they're still very old and unsafe to stand on just from how long they haven't been used for. So from here we can keep going along down the rest of the peninsula.